of us has not intentionally checked the lyrics. We need to pay attention to it. That's the issue. And that's why the devil is getting us, right? Because he knows that our generation is too distracted to be too intentional, right? And I always say something that once we convey, I'm very bothered with sounds that are meant to be very spiritual, that we convey the vibes. That's why the day that Gaze Baba sang that No, I know that my generation will miss the point, right? Yes. I just knew. The way Selene, the moment you put these sounds as very danceable sounds, they are paying attention to the beat and not the message, right? And that is why most times it almost looks like the worship leaders are the much more consecrated ones. It's not exactly true. AU is a very deep lyricist. He has such depth. But you are not going to pay attention to the depth until you want to go for his concert to know what to say, right? Because once you hear, just put it in practice. Your soul has connected first. Before your spirit man wants to now edify itself and say, what am I even consuming? And that's why we are doing this today. So you agree with me that we always like the sounds. That's why actually we went the extra mile to open the lyrics. If you like the sound and you don't like the lyrics, then you should not like any of it. Because you cannot almost consume the sound without the lyrics. And that's what we mean by, you see, when we say dwell, when Solomon said, guard your heart, is that you get to a very intentional point that I need to be conscious of what comes in. Even if I can't sing it word for word, it registers in your subconscious. And most times, you must have programmed your subconscious to the point that even your conscious, subconscious, there's a reflex that you conditioned yourself that I've not done my devotion today. You are not okay. Because you programmed your subconscious. That's why I said earlier that it takes time to know God. So what the devil tries to attack is your time, and he does it with fire. That's why we are going for a lot of AU concert. These guys are amazing, by the way. Gaze Baba concert, Bide Miolaba concert, yet you are not growing. Because I believe sounds and music is not about what you feel like hearing, but it's about what you need to hear to grow. That you get to a point that my consumption should be determined on my need. They know now, where is Jide, Fireboy, Olamide, Adekunle. These were my guys. Their sounds were not exactly carnal at the time, the ones I was listening to. But I got to a place of, I can't even pray. I can't even study the Bible. But once you give me this one, my emotion springs out. Guess what? I believe the AEOs, the Limobles, the BDM Olaoba, they are not exactly sent to believers. They are actually meant to be sent to unbelievers. Is that their sound should come in a vehicle that reveals Jesus to the ones that are used to vibes. So now they thought that you brought their food again, whereas you've revealed Jesus through no. But you now believe in God. The next stage now is transformation. These are the cadres in growth. Believe, transform, empowerment. Before we now start talking about you now getting to a place of now service. But guess what? Many of us stop at believing. So you like this song because you stopped at believing. You've not moved to transformation. Now, let's be honest, can you go back? I know you're waiting there to talk. Can it transform you? Let's be honest. If you consume your gokpa every day of your life, but you're still going back and go. So it means that this sound itself, they are not sent to us to transform us. That's why you can't hear God. Because what you condition your environment with, your spirit man is not connecting, it's your emotions that is connecting. So that's why you are quick to vibe and you don't care about lyrics. Because what these people try to get is your emotions. Music is very emotional. That's why Naira Marley beats are always sweet. He just needs to say rubbish. You vibe. What the hell is Ozeba? I don't know. But if I play Ozeba now, your subconscious would almost want to sing along.
True.
Should we try it?
Joseph.
Your subconscious, once you start, Italaba, Itolo, what the hell is This is really unknown tongues.
It's the worldly tongues.
Are you seeing this revelation?
Mm.
So you see, we've been consuming these things, and the scripture says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Now, God can't speak. He's not going to speak to you because your consumption is dependent on how your spirit man would react. So I got to a point that now I believe in God. Look at what Peter said. Desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. Now, you might say that is every time I'll be listening to Theophilus, I'll be listening to Dunsi and all of these guys. The question I'll ask you is that, what do you need to grow? Let's play one sound.